Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Rosie here. I was wondering where these devs were, bruh. It's been like almost a fucking month since they've said jack shit about anything. They've been silent. And I get it was Christmas, but shit, they had no problem posting about their fucking advent calendar. Like, fuck. So, what the hell is going on here, bruh? It's time for the fucking mid-chapter update. Peanitis, bruh. Peanitis is here again. Gonna provide us with some condescension at its finest. Ready to get ready. I'm ready to get respected by Peanitis and these developers today. I'm ready to feel like my points as a killer main are understood by the devs. I'm ready to feel like the devs care about my best interest and don't treat me as an obnoxious buffoon. Okay, let's see what they have to say. A new year is upon us and we're ready to kick it off in a big way. Welcome to our January Developer Update, a series of blog posts delving into... That's what I hear when I read that, bruh. Or you can watch the update now, bruh. You can watch it. I think I'd rather die. I ain't watching that fucking update. I'm in no fucking mood for that shit right now. Okay, let's get into this shit. You think this is a good update, guys? You really think this is a good update? Yeah, uh-huh. Is this a good update? Of course it's not a good update. This update is fucking garbage. Just like the fucking rest of them. What a shit show this is, bruh. Embarrassing. Clown. Okay, kicking things off, Clown's receiving some changes. Our resident funny man has been cooking something up. Oh, I'm sure he has, bruh. I'm sure that shit smells as bad as it is. The afterpiece antidote. The new throwable bottle shatters and releases a delayed yellow gas. Once the gas activates, anyone who steps in the gas receives a 10% movement speed bonus. And it lingers like the other one. You can swap it at any time. So, ladies and gentlemen, this clown, this clown was cooking up a 10% survivor buff to movement speed. Survivors can literally go as fast as the spirit if you give them this. Like, so that big yellow gas that we were theorizing was going to, like, make the clown go faster, which it does, and maybe give the survivor some debuffs to gen repair speed, you know? No, it makes them 10% faster. Wow. Thanks. Well, good theory. I don't think anybody in chat got that one right when you asked about it, did they? I don't think anybody thought it was going to make the survivor 10% fucking faster. Truly embarrassing, bruh. Why can't the clown just straight up get a buff? Why couldn't it be like, okay, this makes him 10% faster, this hinders you? Why couldn't he get a buff? Why does it have to come with downsides? Why does every change the killer gets that's positive always have to come with some sort of fucking downside? It's truly embarrassing that you can't just let a killer... This is why Spirit's good, ladies and gentlemen. Why do people play Spirit and Freddy? I got no idea. I wonder if this is going to be mid-tier garbage, just like all the fucking rest of the new shit they make. I just can't believe it. Antidote isn't just a name. It will also cure any negative effects. So not only does it like... Not only does it, like, fucking make them go faster, but it cures stuff. It says any negative effects from the afterpiece tonic. So hopefully that's just talking about the movement speed, but, like, at worst, it could be applying to the status effects that the afterpiece tonic gives with the add-ons, which they haven't released any add-ons, so we don't know anything about that. They just said that there's some exciting new combinations. Oh boy, yeah, I fucking bet, bro. I'm sure those add-ons are gonna be just fucking filth. So, you may make you faster, but a poorly thrown bottle will make the survivor faster. Ooh. Or you may want to lure a survivor to an area with no pallets remaining with the juicy antidote. Yeah, because all the survivors are going to run straight to that fucking gas where there's no pallets and you're right on their ass. Like, yeah, maybe a fucking gray rank will do that. And we'll go, whoa, I can get 10% more movement speed. No fucking red rank is going to do that fucking garbage behavior. Like, especially since you're talking about it in this blog post, the survivors will go, okay, they're telling the killers how to use it. No killer is going to ever actively try to buff the survivor. Okay, unless they've won already and they're just being cheesy. And like, if the two gases collide, they will neutralize each other and disappear. So like using them both together can actively, like, cause you to have no gas in play. Like, so why not just use the yellow one to go around the map and then use the pink one in the chase? Like, truly embarrassing. This is going to do nothing for this character. Scott John criticized this rework for being uninspired. I mean, yeah, but when your head developer thinks Clown is underrated, of course they didn't give him a whole lot. You should have saw that coming. And at best, this is something laughable that you barely use. At worst, this is bad because it'll take the good add-ons away. Like, if this fucking garbage becomes a big part of his add-on kit, we could be losing some add-ons here, which might make the character worse overall. Lars was right. Lars, you were right, bruh. You were right to be worried about this. I guess with ALMO, who thinks you're underrated designing your kit, like, you might get worse. Which is, like, this is scary, bruh. Now, they did lower his reload time from 5 to 3. I don't know which add-on that was. Lars, if you're watching, you could put that in the comments. That'd be nice. But, so that's good. You do not need to reload them separately, which is also good, I guess. They'll give you 4 bottles in any combination. But, like, this is stupid because, like, you're gonna like you hook somebody, and then you're gonna use the yellow ones to move, and then you get to the survivor, and then you gotta fucking reload again. It's like Billy's Chainsaw, where you get to somebody and the thing's halfway done already before you have to go through a downside. Like, for real, this is stupid. What a stupid change. And then they done an add-on pass, which again might make Clown worse. So we're worried about this. This is a scary update, guys. Not for the survivors, but for us, the killers. This might make the Clown fucking worse, for all you know. This is scary, and you should be worried about this. I'm worried about this as someone that gets results with this character. I think they might take out a lot of our good add-ons in exchange for some garbage that might not even help you very much. This is bad. Truly something to be worried about if you play the Clown. I'm outside if you can't tell. Okay. So, that's everything with Clown. HUD update. I don't have much to say about this. Okay, it looks a little cluttered, and I'm hoping that they adjust it a tiny bit. The one good thing I have to say, though, is that they have a hook counter now, which might stop some gimmicky decisive strike plays from happening if you're in, like, a 4-man and they're all playing Claudette, the fucking 4-mans, and you don't know which Claudette you hooked. You'll be able to look to the hook counter to help you deal with decisive strike. So that'll be good. So that's the one thing I have to say. I wish they would have just applied this to the old HUD. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Overall, I think this shit right here is a complete waste of time and resources. They wasted so much time that they could have been spent fixing bugs on this garbage, and it was a complete waste. Nothing about the key update in this chapter, by the way. They were all too happy to get those Mori changes in real fast, but the key update, nah. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, killer player. You don't get a key update. Fuck you. Stupid. Okay. Survival animation updates. I watched that. It was cute, but I don't really care. MMR's coming back. Thank God. It's not coming back right now. It's coming back in the future. But hopefully we do it right this time. I already talked about the right way to do it. You have to make everybody start with an MMR depending on their rank and go from there. If you start everybody at 0, the whole thing's going to be a colossal failure like it was last time. Okay? You got to do this right. Okay? Scott Jund, this is where his bad takes start, said that there's no conditions. This MMR system doesn't apply conditions for what happens during the match. Neither does any other MMR system. The Smash Ultimate MMR system does not dock you less points if you get a bad matchup and lose. Like, of course, no MMR system is going to factor for every variable that could possibly happen ever, Scott Jund. This is just making sure that you're in the right place. Okay? That way you don't have scrub survivors at your red rank games, making the balance of the game look better than it is. Okay? Once this, you know how you're gonna know if this is accurate if the killers are losing consistently. Okay? Once you have a system that punishes red rank killers and makes them lose consistently, then you have an accurate system. Okay? I'm sorry, that's just how it works. Since the high rank isn't balanced, once you get an accurate MMR system, you're gonna start seeing the killers lose consistently at high rank. Okay? And until you're seeing that, you don't have an accurate system. Okay? Right now, killers are winning at high rank because the system's not accurate. Okay? And it's really, really bad right now. Okay? It's not coming yet. But it says they're going to do another test. And then once the matchmaking is good, like once MMR is ready, then they're going to turn on rank rewards, okay? Once they turn on rank rewards, you're just going to get blood points for your rank. That's all hunky-dory. It'll help deal with the grind a little bit because every month, if you're a good player, you'll get like 500,000 blood points dumped into your account. That'll be good. That's very good. I appreciate that. Okay, so that's a good change. Okay, see, we're not being completely unfair here. They're making some good changes. Next, they're reworking Gideon Meat Plant and Crotus Pen Asylum next. I do not know why. We have not hit Haddonfield yet. Haddonfield came out before, like, 2 of these maps, so I don't know how we haven't hit Haddonfield yet. Okay, but let's deal with the good. Okay, Gideon Meat Plant is a map that is very frustrating to play at because the whole map is just god pallets. This issue has been highlighted before. No pallet there, very few pallets there have actual mind games to them. They're literally just all god pallets, and then once the map is run out of pallets to throw down, the survivors have nothing. It's a bad map. Hopefully they make more gameplay at all the tiles instead of having like 25 god pallets. It's stupid. Okay? And they're reworking Crotus Pen Asylum. Hopefully, if the devs are smart, this is when we're gonna go in and fix the 2 fucking infinites on Disturbed Ward. Disturbed Ward needs fixed. Father Campbell's Chapel is also presumably getting fixed here. Okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Father Campbell's Chapel had some BS on it. There was like 2 forced vaults there that were really bad. So hopefully they fix that as well. Hopefully they fix the low-key god loop that was at that map as well. But the main thing here is we gotta fix that fucking infinite on Disturbed Ward. To both of them. There's 2 infinites on Disturbed Ward that need fixed. So hopefully we're doing the right thing. I already see a boarded window at the bottom screenshot right there. Hopefully it fucking stays that way, and they don't just unboard it 2 weeks after release like they did with the fucking Bad Ham reworks. And they pussied out on it and went halfway. Gideon Meat Plant, you don't see any pallets. It does look a lot brighter, so hopefully you'll be able to fucking see 2 feet in front of you. That would be really nice. But you never know with these devs. They might just make it darker. They might do that, for real. You don't believe me? They might fucking do that. Next, the Wraith. We already went over this invisibility shit on the stream when they announced it. So basically, unchanged within 16 meters, 24 meters, completely invisible, and then somewhat visible between 24 and 16. This is going to do nothing for the Wraith. Okay? True invisibility does nothing for the Wraith. If you know anything about the Wraith, you know that he needs Bone Clapper. Okay? The Windstorm would be nice. Scott Jun said he needed Windstorm, which, yeah, Windstorm would be nice. He needs that yellow Windstorm, but he needs Bone Clapper. If you know anything about how the Wraith plays the fucking game right now, he needs Bone Clapper. You would give up Windstorm before you gave up Bone Clapper, because Bone Clapper, he needs to do the Nurse's Calling stuff. So, he needs Bone Clapper before he needs the Windstorms, I'd argue. I mean, I guess if they're healing in the corner, the bell doesn't really matter. But if they're like on gens or something, not having the Bone Clapper gives them a head start. For real. Okay? So, Spine Chill's still going to counter this character despite the invisibility. And you still got to ring. He still has to ring the fucking bell. So, True Invisibility is not going to do anything for him on his own. The changes that the Wraith needs, he has not gotten yet. Trapper. The escape mechanic. The fact that there's even an escape mechanic for the Trapper is kind of wretched, TBH. There debatably shouldn't be one. You stepped in a trap. You should have a friend come and save you. That would be balanced. But they are getting rid of the RNG because they're acknowledging that traps are unreliable. Survivors can get on their first try before you even have a chance to react, or they could try dozens of times. The traps needed an update, okay? So basically, 1 in 3 attempts 1 to 3, there's a lower chance to escape. 4, it's the same, and then 5 and 6 and higher. 5 and 6 are higher, and then they're updating some of his add-ons to accommodate this. So hopefully this helps the Trapper. This is one of the changes he needed. They needed to get rid of the RNG, which they kind of did. Hopefully it helps him out. I think it can. I think it could. But it's okay. It's an okay change. Okay? Because the exciting of, am I going to escape or am I going to get there in time moments. The killer doesn't need an exciting, am I going to get there in time moments. The killer needs to be going, wow, I outplayed the guy because he didn't see my trap. I can get him. The killer is not, am I going to get there in time moments. That's not exciting behavior, you fucking degenerates. Deep wounds, they're knocking deep wounds down from 30 to 20. That's not going to do anything. It's useless. Moving on. And then, this might help the doctor a little bit deal with borrow time. I don't know. Diversion, they're making diversion. They're buffing diversion. It's still going to be garbage even after the buff. It doesn't matter. Fixated, it's still going to be garbage after this buff. It doesn't matter. Diversion, they're lowering the requirements, so who cares? And then fixated, they are letting the perk work when you're injured. Doesn't matter though, because fixated's still going to always get shafted by urban evasion. Undying, here we go, boys. They nerfed Undying after 3 months. That didn't take long, did it? Nice perk behavior. He gave us a new perk for like 6 months at best, wasn't it? When August, September, October, November, December, January. He gave it to us for like 5 months. Thanks a lot. I'm sure all of your data was 100% accurate on Undying, and I'm sure the matchmaking system had no part in making the perk look even better than it was. I'm sure. Okay, so basically, transferring the same hex multiple times can get out of hand. Oh, it can be unfun to go against. Hexes are meant to be strong perks that can be destroyed, and having to destroy the same hex perk 4 times can be a bit much. Yeah, Except if you're 4-man Swift, where it's just balanced. Since tokens aren't transferred, Undying was unpopular with perks other than Ruin. Well, of course it was. Like, for real. Stupid. Because the reason why... It was always going to be best with Ruin, because Ruin hits the gens. Okay? None of the other hex perks hit the gens like Ruin does. Okay? One of these devs going to realize that the gens need hits. All these changes... everything that the killers do is dedicated to gen control. Any smart killer. That's not just trying to do shit for gimmicks. It's all about the gens and how you control them. It's all it is. That's all this game is, bro. It's about controlling and securing the fucking generators, okay? And everything that killers do if they're smart is always going to be about that. So, of course, Undying was going to be popular with Ruin, because Ruin was, like, good, but, like, it dying in 10 seconds is a major issue. Stupid. Okay, and then having aura on all totems also made it very powerful tracking and a little redundant with Hex Thrill of the Hunt. So almost answer about power creep a few months back, and now Thrill of the Hunt and Undying occupy the same niche, and he disagreed with that. So that was a fucking lie. So like, what grounds do we have to take almost seriously about anything after the entire team disagreed with him in his analysis on power creep about Undying and Thrill of the Hunt? The man knows nothing, bruh. The man is truly wretched. You gotta fire him. He's a complete jack-off that knows nothing about Dead by Daylight. Okay? Here are the changes, okay? Anytime a Hex totem is cleansed, it will replace the Hex Undying totem. So Undying will always die first now. Instead of you hoping they get the one that doesn't kill Undying, Undying will always die first every single time. Okay? So basically, it's like every match you now get a bad Undying, essentially is what it is. Because instead of you like getting varied results now, it's like sometimes they kill a Ruin twice before they kill Undying. Undying will always die first every single game now. That is horrendous. That's really bad. Because like you see Undying dies in 10 seconds and you go, well, that sucks. Undying's dead. Any tokens you've already accumulated now are already transferred. So now it works with things like Lullaby and Thrill and Devour Hope. It kind of works with Devour Hope now. And then Aura Reading only applies to dual totems. We hope this makes Hex perks other than Ruin more appealing when used with Undying. All this is going to do is make Sloppy Butcher replaced by Thrill of the Hunt. That's all this is going to do, behavior. This is why this the behavior doesn't know anything about how like their decisions work. Because we had this miscellaneous perk slot now where you had barbecue on most killers. On stealth killers, you run something a little different. Stealth killers are the ones that are having trouble like using Undying. But like on regular killers, you'd have barbecue, Ruin, Undying, and then you kind of had a 4th slot, which you didn't know what to do with. Now that 4th slot's really easy. You're going to throw in Thrill of the Hunt. Like Spirit's going to run Thrill of the Hunt, a Ruin, Undying, and then Pop, and then barbecue. So like all you've done now is make build creation less good. Because now any killer that has room for Thrill of the Hunt is now going to use it. And here's why they're going to do that. Because now that the RNG is turned off, it makes the first Hex totem that you cleanse absolutely meaningless. So you got to sit there, and the killer has all the time in the world to stop you. All the time in the world, because now Undying can be applied to 3 totems at once, since you're going to kill Undying first every single time. The killer now gets a noise cue. You trade the auras for a noise cue, which the killer knows that it is hard to ignore, okay? So now you get a noise cue, bruh, okay? So that's already bad. The auras could potentially, like, be shielded, okay? So that's already really bad. And you can, like, track the dull totems with Thrill of the Hunt. Okay, so like now you have to kill Undying before anything else. So you can't even kill Thrill of the Hunt, because Undying dies first, and then the killer's probably already started by now. It's just really bad. It's a really stupid fucking change, because now every killer that has room for Thrill of the Hunt is now going to use Thrill of the Hunt to go with this. Okay, this is a very, very bad change that now makes build creation less good. Okay, if you don't understand what the devs have just done with this Undying change, you're really fucking stupid. Because now, this just encourages people to go even more all in on this. This is really bad. Very, very, very bad. And Scott John's like, oh, this Undying change is so good because killers don't know how much Undying was giving them for free. What does Calm give 4-man Swift for free? I know that's another Scott John video. You can't just say, what about this in Dead by Daylight as an excuse for your own stuff. Yes, you can, and I'll tell you why. Because issues have their own tiers of importance, okay? So when you go, wow, Undying was really obnoxious, killers, you can't, like, just say Swift is broken to defend Undying being obnoxious. Of course you can, because the issue of Swift is an S+ tier issue. Undying's obnoxiousness is like a B+ tier issue. So they chose to attack an issue of less importance first. And that is truly embarrassing. Saying all issues are equal is nonsense. And Swift and everything that Swift is about and everything that Swift is an S+ tier issue. And if you don't understand that, you're a retard. So, I'm not even mad because we all saw this coming. Of course they're gonna hit Undying. This is what they do when the meta changes. They attack what changed it. This is always what they do, bruh. Embarrassing. Truly a wretched change that has now destroyed build creation at its finest, and this Thrill of the Hunt thing is going to be even more obnoxious to go against, or at least I hope. Okay, next, Iron Maiden. Wow, 15 to 30 seconds of exposed. Thanks, behavior. Thanks for that. Iron Maiden is still going to be fucking worthless. No one's going to run it. It's a complete non-factor perk, and it will continue to be a complete non-factor perk. Garbage. The perk is garbage and will always be garbage. Next, open-handed. Basically, they're making it one open-handed grants you 16 extra meters, but they don't stack anymore. Okay, so now only one person has to bring open-handed to get the full 16-meter benefit of it. This is actually decent. Okay, I know people are going, how is that going to be good? Okay. There's a lot of things you can do with that. Kindred now can let you see the killer's aura from 30 to 40, somewhere in between that. Between 30 and 40 meters out of the hook. That's insane. Then you got Object of Obsession. You can easily synergize with this. Bond synergizes with this. 16 extra meters on your aura seeing perks. That's really good. Okay? That's really good. So, of course, that's going to do something. That has some fresh utility right there. So bad. Okay, next, Second Wind, and the last change of the patch. Second Wind was already a decent underrated perk, they just buffed. They didn't change the activation condition, which is what the perk really needed to get changed in order to see more play. They only changed how long it takes for you to actually get healed by it, which isn't going to do much for the perk. But it's already decent, so it didn't really need a tremendous buff. But overall, a shit update. The best change for Killer is going to be the Trapper stuff, which is really sad because Trapper's a bad character. The Survivor's got some stuff to work with, though. Embarrassing. Hopefully, it lives and dies on the Disturbed Ward changes. That's all I got to say about this shit. All right, lads, I'm out of here. This is completely garbage.